offer the same consumer financial services that you can find at a bank: checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, auto loans, home loans, debit cards, credit cards, and more. So, you can find the same kind of accounts and loans at a credit union as you can at a bank. But credit unions are different from banks, and we're going to explain how. Reason number 1. Credit union members elect their board of directors. Credit unions are member-owned. When you join Members Credit Union and open up an account, you're not just a customer, you're an equal owner. Each member votes in the democratic election of the credit union's board of directors. It doesn't matter how much money a member has, each member has one equal vote. That means you have a say in credit union decisions that affect you and your credit union accounts. At a bank, you are a customer, not an owner. The bank is owned by a group of investors who may not even be customers of the bank at all. These investors decide who is on the board of directors and therefore heavily influence big decisions that affect you and the money you work hard for to save in the bank. Reason number 2. Credit union members share a common bond. Credit unions serve groups of people who share a common bond because they work together or live in the same community. Traditionally, each credit union began with a few hardworking employees or socially concerned citizens who were unsatisfied with the service provided by their local bank. So, they started their own credit union to give their fellow employees and neighbors a place to borrow and save money in a fair and cooperative environment, not influenced by rich bank investors. The popularity of credit unions has grown quite a bit since their humble beginnings, and now almost everyone in the world can find a credit union where they work or where they live to join. Banks are founded by rich investors who already have a lot of money. They start a bank with hopes of making a profit. These investors most likely are not interested in bonding with their customers. Reason number 3. Credit unions are member-focused. Since our members own us, we focus on their needs. When the credit union earns money, we pay it back to our members with free benefits, fewer fees, better loan rates, and higher dividends to your checking account and savings accounts. Banks have to answer to their investors, who are focused on making more money. That's why you'll find that banks charge more fees and pay less back to their customers. Reason number 4. Credit unions are socially responsible. Members Credit Union understands what it means to be a good community citizen. Not only do we provide scholarships to members pursuing an education, we are also community involvement fanatics. Our employees have raised thousands of dollars, walked hundreds of miles, and volunteered many hours to support community causes like research for curing diabetes, providing support services for cancer patients, collecting toys and food for underprivileged families, supporting active military and veterans, and collecting school supplies for local schools. And you know what? There are socially responsible people who work at our local banks too. Bank employees are part of our community. They are caring citizens, and some of them are even proud credit union members. Maybe one day those rich investors who own the banks will take a cue from their socially responsible employees. But until that happens, you can always join a credit union.
If you're frustrated with long lines at the bank and unresponsive customer service, a credit union might be where you want to put your money instead. It's hard to beat a place that is friendly, has reduced fees, and offers better interest rates. Does your big bank seem cold, formal, and unreachable? Credit unions tend to be much smaller than banks and can offer a friendlier atmosphere and tone and a more personal touch. They can be more accessible on every level, including responding to customer feedback. Unlike retail banks, which have large overhead costs and spend a lot of money to manage millions of accounts, credit unions have lower expenses and are typically smaller operations able to pass on their overhead savings to customers. Many credit unions also offer free checking accounts with no minimum balance constraints or fee-based transactions, including ATM withdrawals. On average, credit unions offer lower interest rates on mortgage and credit cards and higher rates on savings accounts. Because a credit union is a nonprofit organization, it isn't going to raise rates to turn a profit, tack on excess fees for different loan products, or pass profits on to stockholders. Instead, credit union members are the winners with lower rates on loans, higher dividends on deposits, and more services that serve them. To learn more about the benefits of credit unions, visit GoBankingRates.com.
Credit unions are cooperatives, which means they are owned by their members. Cooperatives, whether they be financial institutions, electrical cooperatives, or food co-ops, all share the same 7 principles. Principle number 1, voluntary and open membership. You can belong to a credit union no matter your financial situation, race, or gender without discrimination. Principle number 2, democratic member control. This means we are controlled by our members. The members elect a volunteer board of directors that calls the shots. So we're not in this to get rich, but help you reach financial freedom. Principle number 3, member economic participation. Your success is our success. The more people who participate, the more the credit union can give back in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings yields, fewer fees, and more products. Just like karma, what goes around comes right back around. Principle number 4, autonomy and independence. We are owned by our members, not outside shareholders. That makes each member the boss. Principle number 5, education, training, and information. We are actively involved in helping members get ahead and financial education. Got a few minutes? We'll teach you the merits of budgeting, planning for retirement, or even how to balance your account. Principle number 6, cooperation among cooperatives. We network together to provide more ATMs than the world's largest bank. We also share 4,000 branches across the country that most any credit union member can access. Principle number 7, concern for the community. Credit union folks everywhere participate in volunteering for all sorts of local charities. It's just part of our DNA. When you join a credit union, you don't just join a cooperative, you join a movement rooted in the 7 cooperative principles. This video has been brought to you by your local credit union through the National Credit Union Foundation and Corporate One.
Hello. Good evening to everybody. You're welcome to today's maiden edition of our credit union Zoom meeting. This is the very first time in a very long time that we are all gathered here as partners of the credit union, as partners of Longrich, coming to discuss matters that are related to the credit union that has been established for our benefit. So you're all welcome once again. If you can hear me loud and clear, kindly type in the chat box 111. Let us know if you can hear us. If you are with us, you can type 111, or you can type your name and where you're joining us from so that we can welcome you appropriately. Okay, so Julius can hear us, Osikani can hear us, you can all hear us, Agnes can hear us. Thank you so much. Okay, so that means that you are all with us. You're all mostly welcome once again. We duly appreciate you all for joining us tonight. Okay, so we are not going to waste so much time. We are going to dive right in and begin, because this presentation or this meeting is going to be power-packed. Since it's been a long time we met, I know most of you have a lot of questions, a lot of inquiries, so much on your mind to ask. So we are going to dive right in, okay? This is to remind you that we are live on Facebook. The link is going to be shared in the chat box. Do share with your friends who have not joined yet, and then encourage them to join this meeting, because tonight, like I said, is going to be power-packed. Everything that you've been wishing to find out about the credit union this evening is going to be your chance, your opportunity to get to know about it. So without wasting much time, I would want to begin. So be checking in the chat box, the link will be shared so you can also forward it to your friends, your family, your concubines, everybody that you feel will receive much benefit from this credit union. You can share with them. Okay, so we are going to begin. And before we begin, I am going to open the forum for our top leader, who is one of our great pioneers for this credit union foundation. This man, we might all be familiar with who he is, but he needs proper introduction because he is a very big person. Okay, so this man is originally a consultant to the PGW Longrich Credit Union. This man is part of, okay. Let's continue. So this man he has been managing the credit union for New Panama Cooperative. This man has achieved so many. Okay, this man has achieved great honor. Mention list them all here. We will not be able to finish. But just to mention a few of the milestones that this man has crossed. This man, like I said before, has been managing credit unions for over 10 years. He recently set up a 3-story, almost a 4-story now, of PGW or Longrich International Support Center, which has been set up to support Longrich members within the country and beyond. That is why it is an international support center. It is giving support, inquiries, help, everything to all Longrich partners across the globe. This man has a warehouse that is filled with Longrich help. The same man is a regional franchisee for the 10 regions of Ghana. Regions. We may not be able to mention the regions right here, but region out of the ocean of Ghana. You can locate it on the name. It's my business.com. That was set up by him to support again all Longrich members across the globe. This man, when we come to his Longrich milestone achievements, he has won so many awards on its rank achievements, incentives. He has won national and at Longrich. He has won several trips on Countable. Recently in June, he won a trip to Dubai, which he has gone and returned. And just this week, he is heading to the US, all expense paid trip of America. This man has won and is about to go on the trip. He is a family man with 3 kids, 1 niece and 1 on the way. And he is married to a lovely couple. This is the man we are going to introduce shortly to speak with us on this forum tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, you have had the opportunity to be on this call. Thank your lucky stars. Through for tonight. Thank you so much. Mr. Kennedy Amwako, if you can hear me, you kindly have the floor.
All right. Thank you very much, Patience. I'm most grateful unto you. Thank you, Pat. I'm most grateful unto you. Ladies and gentlemen, very good evening to you all. And I welcome you all to today's meeting. I'm most grateful and honored to have you all on this call. Once again, remember that we are live on Longrich Reality TV on Facebook. Longrich Reality TV on Facebook. Longrich Reality TV. So you can share it on your various pages so that they all can join. I just want to give a brief welcome address by describing a problem case that resulted in this credit union being formed for all Longriches across the globe. But before I do that, I would want to know, do we have anybody on this call who is not a Longrich partner? You are new. Someone just invited you to this call. If you are on this call and you are not a Longrich partner, you are new, please drop in the chat box 333. You are new, you are not a Longrich partner. Drop in the chat box 333. I just want to be sure the people. Okay, somebody says low sound. Is it still low sound? Can somebody confirm if we are still having low sound? Okay, the sound is okay from Pastor Elijah. All right, thank you very much, Elijah. Is there anybody joining us for the first time? You are not a Longrich member. Anybody on this call? If you are not a Longrich member, please drop in the chat box 222. If you are a Longrich member, drop in the chat box 111. I just want to be sure the people, okay, Salim, thank you very much. Who else? We have 31 people on the call at the moment. Okay, Pastor Elijah, Rocky, Osikani, Julius, Sylvia, Nutako, Moses, okay, from USA, Joanna. Hey, Moses, I'm landing in the USA this Wednesday. I'll be in New York, I'll be in LA, I'll be in Washington, I'll be in New Dakota, I'll be in Atlanta. So I don't know where exactly you are, Moses. I would love to meet you. We've been meeting on Zoom all the time, but I'm going to spend 4 extra weeks after our Longrich vacation. So please do try connect with me and let's organize some programs in USA. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pat mentioned some of my achievements in Longrich, and I would want to share with all of you some of the secrets that have made it possible for me to achieve this milestone. My name is Kennedy, as she mentioned earlier, and my Longrich journey from the year 2018 to date, one of the secrets that have made it possible is because of availability of funds or my access to funds, aside the fact that I'm able to build a team. Okay. Sometimes when you're running the Longrich business, there are times when they run special promotions where you need funds to take advantage of those promotions. For example, Maldives trip in Ghana has ended yesterday. However, the company has just launched a promo. Anyone who is able to sponsor 5 VIPs, you get to qualify. Assuming you are able to find about 3 VIPs or 4 VIPs this week, and you couldn't get 1 more VIP, it means you don't get the opportunity to get an incentive. At this point, if you have access to funds, you could do 1 additional VIP yourself and qualify. 1 additional VIP will cost you approximately about 13,000 Ghana cedis. And 1 trip you are going to earn, assuming you don't go for the trip, about $2,500. Do the mathematics. That is more than how much it will cost you to do 1 extra VIP. And aside that, you are getting a lot of free products. In addition to that, you are also getting some other bonuses for free. Just tell me if this is not amazing. Yes, it is. And that is what we are talking about here. So at some point in time in this business, you need some kind of funding to be able to grow your business. Now, I want to ask this question. If you need a loan from your bank where you receive your Longrich commission from, tell me how fast or flexible your bank will be in a hurry to give you that loan. Your guess is as good as mine. You will go through a lot of processes, and sometimes at the end of the day, you don't even get the loan to do what you want to do. And the promos are time bound. They just come and pass and go. There have been situations whereby some of our car qualifications, we just have to top up the PVs and qualify. And so if you don't have some little fund somewhere, maybe you need about $1,000, you need about $500, you need about $2,000, just to balance off your legs and qualify. And if you're unable to get about $1,000 to balance your legs, Longrich keeps your $15,000 incentive. Why will I let $15,000 go because of $1,000? I need to get a funding. Look at another situation. We have people who are in other foreign countries. They wish to register in Ghana and run their business from wherever they are based. But what happens? They don't have bank account in Ghana. So the fear is, if I earn commissions in Ghana, how do I get my bonus into my country? This is why PGW Longrich Credit Union was birthed for all Longriches. So the credit union concept came about as a result of my 10 years plus experience with credit unions. And that is what we are going to learn about this evening, how the credit union can support partners in Longrich to run their business successfully. And also stockists who are doing their businesses and suffering, how can this credit union help you? Tonight, we have one of our education committee members, Miss Lois. I don't know if Lois is on the call. Pat, can you check if Lois is on this call? So that Lois will take us through the benefits you get from joining PGW Longrich. I see Abdul Wahab's hand up. Abdul, you have a question for us? Abdul, do you want to say anything? Okay, Lucy, I see your hand up. Do you want to say anything? Okay, all right. I assume they don't have anything to say for now.
I've just joined.
Okay, all right, all right. So just follow us. We will get in touch with you. So, ladies and gentlemen, since we started PGW Longrich Credit Union in November 2020, we have helped at least 6 members of Longrich. One of them have qualified for their car. Had it not been the Longrich Credit Union, they would have missed it. 5 others have qualified for their trips. And they are all going to share their testimony, how the credit union supported them to do that, and whether it was easy, it was flexible or not. Okay, so we are waiting for Lois. My producers are checking if Lois is ready. But aside that also, there are some other amazing benefits you get from credit unions. One of them is the fact that because you receive your bonuses or your commissions through a credit union, you earn interest even on your bonuses. Ask yourself, your commissions you earn through your banks, how much money do they add to your bank account? rather they charge you. And that is what we're talking about here. So I think Lois is not able to join us. So I'm going to help to do Lois' presentation for her. So if you are ready to roll with me to know what a credit union is about and what you stand to benefit, please just drop your name and where you are joining us from in the chat box as I walk you through what credit unions are for and what you stand to benefit, okay? I'm doing this presentation on behalf of Lois. All right. You are all welcome. These are the objectives for today's presentation. By the time we finish the presentation, you should know what PGW Credit Union is about. Then number 2, the principles that are governing credit union PGW. Then the benefits you stand to gain. Then how you can also join us. Now, what is PGW Credit Union? We are basically a financial institution, just like your banks where you save, your banks where you do withdrawals, and so on and so forth. But the difference between us and your bank is that the credit union is owned by you. The bank is not owned by you. In the bank, you are considered a customer, but in credit unions, you are considered as the owner and the customer, which means that you have right to make decisions. We decide how the credit union should run. We understand ourselves better. We can design products that best suit our business. If you go to your bank and say you need 100,000 to invest in your Longrich business, they don't understand network marketing. They wouldn't even be interested in supporting you. And their reason is genuine. They will tell you our industry is volatile because they don't understand the business. You go and tell them you need money to do triple PV. They will look at you like, what? What is triple PV? They don't understand. But because this belongs to us, we decide, we design what will best suit us. And that is what credit unions are for. So PGW Credit Union was initially formed for PGW members. However, the bond is opened to all Longrich members in Ghana and abroad. And that is who we are. Our vision is basically to provide our members a facility that can grant them loans and give them value for their commissions from Longrich, and then provide you with some incentives that will propel you to build your team in this competitive environment. So 3 key things: provide you with an avenue to get value for your commissions. So you earn from Longrich and earn interest on it. Number 2, because you are doing that, you have access to flexible loan facilities that can help you to grow your business. And this can also help you to grow your team, and you will see how that will happen. Again, this same opportunity can also help you to get incentives. So those other incentives Longrich is not providing to us at a lower rank, such as scholarships at Diamond 4, education support, welfare systems, and so on. Because credit unions are for Longrich members, we can decide to formulate something like that. Those in the waiting room, don't worry, producers are working to admit you shortly. Now, these are the principles that govern our credit union. Voluntary membership. We don't compel anybody. It's voluntary. If you're a Longrich member and you feel like joining, our doors are open. Democratic member control. The leadership of the credit union is opened to members. So the board members of the credit unions are members of the credit union. Unlike the bank, the owners who sit somewhere, they appoint the board members. But in credit unions, it's the members who elect their leadership. So leadership is by the fact that the members have confidence in you to run the union. Member economic participation. Here is very simple. We only mobilize money among our members. Our economic power is within our members, and that is it. Now, we are autonomous and independent. We are not controlled by anybody. We make our own decisions. Typical example, on Saturday evening, Longrich Ghana Maldives trip was ending on Sunday. One of our leaders was shot by some few PVs. The person needed 10,000 Ghana cedis to qualify. Immediately, they approached the PGW Credit Union. And because we are autonomous and independent, we were able to support that member, and the person qualified. Had it not been that, the person has missed the chance. We also do a lot of education and training. One of them is what we are doing today. Then we cooperate among cooperatives. So we tap energy and skills and knowledge from other credit unions who are doing very well. Then we are concerned about our community. These are the stuffs that govern us. And the PGW Credit Union is a workers-based credit union. It means that if you are not a Longrich member, you cannot join PGW Credit Union. So this is even an opportunity for partners of Longrich to recruit. Somebody may just be interested in joining the credit union because of benefits they derive from credit unions and would want to join PGW Longrich Credit Union. You can tell the person to join. You can purchase the lowest starter pack in Longrich so that you get a membership number, then you can join the credit union. It's simple. Now the benefits to you, number one is value to you through your savings. See guys, some people are not able to do Longrich because they don't have bank accounts that are listed on Longrich system. Some too are doing the business and there is no bank account attached to their membership numbers. Let me ask this question. When you recruit people and you are building your team, where does your bonus go? The money stays with Longrich. If you add your bank account 3 months' time, 4 months' time, 5 months' time, does Longrich add any interest to your bonus and pay to your bank? Or they pay you only your commission? What PGW Longrich is saying is that at the end of the year, we report to the members. We tell them the profits we have made, and you will decide how we should share the profits. And because your commission passes through the credit union, you are able to earn on that money that you did not have bank account and the money was earning. This is what we are talking about here. Rather than leaving the money with Longrich and you earn nothing on it. Number two, access to funds. In times of need, it's just a click away and you get access to loans. And it's so affordable, so flexible. We don't tell you, go and bring collateral, go and bring properties. No, we guide you and make sure that the loan you are taking or the funds you are taking, you will qualify for the trip, you will qualify for the car, you will get a promo that you want to use the loan for. And that is what we do. Again, for international partners, instead of running your business in Ghana and not getting access to your commission, we can assist in transferring the money to your home country bank account. Or if you want to do something in Ghana, we can push it through to you. And that is what we do. We also provide avenue for you to gain financial freedom. And that is what we do. Now, how can one join the PGW Credit Union? Number one, you must be a Longrich member. If you are not a Longrich member, you cannot join PGW Credit Union. However, I can recommend my other credit union, New Fadama Cooperative Credit Union, which is a community-based. Everybody can join without being a Longrich member. I've been running for the past 10 years. We are doing very well. Number two, you must have a membership code. Of course, if you're a Longrich member, you have a membership code, whether in Ghana, in UK, in Nigeria, in Afghanistan, in South Africa, wherever. Then you must buy shares with a credit union. The minimum shares is 100, but we have other higher value shares, like the prestige shares of 1,000, the agency shares of 5,000, and so on. The shares determine how much profit you earn when we are sharing the profit. Then lastly, you must have at least a saving account and a Longrich commission account. And that is it. So all you need to join the PGW Credit Union is your Longrich membership code. You don't need any other thing again. I'll end here, and if anybody have any question, you ask us before we take some testimonies from some of our members of Longrich who have qualified for various incentives. Thank you very much. If you have a question, you can raise your hand, and our admins are going to unmute you. Then you can ask your question. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Infinix Hot. I think the mic is not working. Please, does anybody have a question? If you have a question, you can please raise your hand. You'll be unmuted, and then you can ask your question before we take some testimonies from some of the members. All right, Benedicta, you can unmute yourself, please. Benedicta, you can unmute yourself. Hello, Bene. All right, it looks like Bene is not ready. Anybody have a question? Please, if you have a question, you can unmute yourself. Okay, it looks like we don't have any question. If you got value in the presentation we just did, oh, host isn't allowing anyone. Okay, let me check it, please. Just a second. All right. So, Bena, you can unmute yourself. Okay, Moses, please, you have the floor.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Credit unions, we know, are designed to not to generate profits. In terms of sharing bonuses or profits, how do you guys do?
All right. So you are right that credit unions are non-for-profit making organization. And that is because all the profits they make goes back to their members. So at the end of the year, we make profits through the loans that we give. We give minimal interest. Those interests are gains because you are giving the funds of members' savings to other members, the same members, as loan, and you charge a little interest. There are other sources of income like registration fees and so on. So at the end of the year, the profit we have made, it goes back to the members. In some cases, the credit unions will say that let's have a reserve for welfare in case a member is sick, in case a member is getting married, in case a member have education issues or issues that pertain to that industry or that common bond. So our profits are for the members. That is why we say we are non-for-profit. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
So if we take the PGW Credit Union, in November, when we are 1 year, auditors will come and audit. We will hold our AGM, we will declare our profits. Then the members will decide, oh, we made profit of 100,000. Let's share 50% to members. And then the other 50%, let's do a promo. Like anybody who hits Diamond 3, Diamond 4, let's give him ABC. Or let us do a welfare fund to support our members to sustain the business. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Next person. Please, next person can unmute. Pat, can you check Facebook for me if there are any questions there? Okay. I assume there are no questions. Okay, if you got some value, oh, still not allowed. How? Benedicta, please try unmuting yourself again. Can anybody try unmute? Okay, Julius, you tried, it worked.
Yes, yes.
Julius, you have the floor.
I want to know if in case you have the 100 Ghana cedis to buy the share, and later on you get another money to top up. Is it possible that you can top up?
Yes, you are allowed to top up.
Yeah.
By the end of the presentation, I'm also going to show stockists on this platform how you can make some income through the credit union to support your overhead costs at your stockist office. I'm going to show you that because it belongs to all of us. Please, any other question? We are moving to testimonies now. Bene, can you try unmuting yourself again? Someone did and it worked. Benedicta wants to unmute, but for one reason or the other. Okay, Bene, we will move on. Note your question down or type it in the chat box. We'll take it from there. Now we have one of our leaders, Diamond 6 leader, Romeo, who just qualified for Maldives trip in Ghana. Romeo, if you're on the call, please can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Richman billionaire Romeo, you are very much welcome.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So we have Richman Romeo on the call, and Romeo just qualified for Maldives trip in Ghana. We would want Romeo to tell us a bit about how PGW Credit Union has benefited him. Now, for your information, Longrich in Ghana, we always say that we don't compete, we dominate. Romeo is not a member of PGW Ghana, but he is a proud Longrich member in Ghana, and we are all one. And he has made it in the credit union. I must say he's one of the members who are very active in the Longrich business because he earns every single week and it passes through the credit union. Romeo, you have the floor.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Ken, for this opportunity. But before I continue sharing my testimony, I saw a question at the comment section by Pastor Elijah. He said, please, can I just save there at the credit union and get access to loan when I want? Yes, Pastor Elijah, you can save at the credit union. You can be a partner of the credit union, be a member, then be saving some of your weekly income at the credit union. And then when you need a loan, they'll check your balance as in the money you have saved, and then look at how much you can access from the credit union. All right. Okay, so my story is very, very simple. Most of you here know me very well. My team members are here. I've been in Longrich for a while, and by the grace of God, I qualified for my first car this year, and I've been close to getting a lot of travel incentives. I've been very, very close, severally, not once, not twice, severally. I've been very close. But you know, when you are close, you need just a little PV, like let's say 1,000 PV, 2,000 PV, or 3,000 PV, just for you to qualify during double PV period or triple PV period. But due to financial difficulties and people not willing to support you, your uplines not willing to support you, or families not willing to support you to be able to get that money to buy that product during that promo and qualify, you end up losing that particular trip severally. So this time around, when I heard about the credit union last year through Mr. Ken, I took it seriously and I registered and then I started. So all my weekly incomes passes through the credit union. The credit union actually has a bank. Okay, they work with a bank, So when your money comes, your money go into they will create a bank account for you through that bank. Your money go into that bank, but they will be able to access it and know how much you are earning, so that they know that you are earning money. And when you request for a loan, they know that this guy or this partner is not an inactive person, it's an active partner, so that they can be able to what, based on how much you have been earning or how much comes into your bank account through them, they can be able to what, help you. So with that, the company, I've been saving with them for a while. So when the opportunity came for me to get a loan, I emailed them, and then quickly the board, I look at my contribution or my savings and also how much I've been earning weekly, and then they granted me my loan. And that has helped me to qualify for my first ever trip in Longrich. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say that the credit union is real. A lot of people on this call to have benefited. Some people use it to finance their car qualification in Longrich. Others use it to finance their trips, and it is so amazing. So if you're on this Zoom meeting, you are listening to me, wherever you are joining me from, and you are not part of this credit union, I just want to tell you that maybe a time will come, you are going to regret it, because you may be very close to getting an award from Longrich, but because of little help that you are not able to get, you end up losing that car, you end up losing that travel, and that will be very, very bad for the prospect of your business, for the future of your team and everything. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take advantage of this credit union and use it to the best of our ability to be able to achieve all the incentives. The incentives in Longrich are for us. But you see, there are some times that you have a weaker leg. Your weaker leg may be the problem that will cause you to lose out on your incentive. Most of us have weaker legs. As I'm talking to you, I also have weaker legs, which I'm working on building. And these weaker legs can end up you missing out on your qualification for award in Longrich. So joining the credit union will help you that during the time that you need that PV most, double PV or triple PV, as we have always been having in Longrich, you just get to the credit union and request for a loan. And because we are all partners, you don't need a guarantor. You're already having leaders already in the team. Let's say your upline is already there, your other team members are already there. You don't need to go and bring any collateral. So your upline or your team members become those that will support you to get a credit union very easily. So at the end of the day, you'll be able to achieve your goal of qualifying for your incentive, and that will boost your business, that will influence others to also partner with you, that will influence prospects who are looking up to you that this business you will not succeed. Once they see you achieving incentives, they become motivated to partner with you. So ladies and gentlemen, let's take advantage of this opportunity to plug ourselves and be partners of the credit union, which is here to help us achieve our incentives in Longrich. God bless you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, rich man, billionaire Romeo. We are most grateful unto you for sharing your testimony with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I must also say that if you want to join the credit union because you want a loan the following week, I'm sorry, we don't do that. You want to join the credit because you want loan 1 month, I'm sorry, we don't do that. You want to join the credit union and you are not performing as a Longricher, I'm sorry, we don't do that. This is for people who want to build their Longrich business. Maybe you think Romeo just joined and got it. Romeo forgot to tell you how he missed the Dubai trip. The Dubai trip.
I missed out on the Dubai trip earlier this year because I've not been up to the 6 months. You know, before you can access loan in the credit union, you must be 6 months. You have to be a partner or be a member of the credit union up to 6 months. And you must regularly be contributing money, be saving money with the credit union, and your weekly incomes have to be passing to the credit union for 6 months so that they can be able to track whether truly you are actively working, building the business, and you are earning something, or you are just there, dormant, sleeping, snoring every day, and expect the credit union to give you a huge sum of loan for you to go and do magic somewhere to qualify for an award in Longrich. It's not possible. So ladies and gentlemen, because I was not up to 6 months in the credit union, I miss out on that loan, even though I'm a very, very key person in the credit union. So in this credit union, it doesn't matter your reputation. It doesn't matter who you are. The most important thing is you are working and you are part of the system. Up to 6 months, you are able to meet the minimum requirement of 6 months, and you are also actively building the business, and your weekly incomes is also being seen through the credit union.
Thank you very much, Romeo, for emphasizing on this. So just for people to know, it is not because he joined and he got it, but there are strict requirements that we follow before we offer such assistance and support. And we make sure that the facility you are taking will not become a burden on you. Romeo is comfortably taking care of that facility with his weekly income. And he's still getting some of his weekly income to spend. And he has his products that he's picking up to even go and decide what to use those products for. And this is what we are talking about. We can all do it. I want to call the second person, Ifia. Is Ifia on the call? Ifia also made it for the Dubai trip. Ifia from Swedro, if you're on the call, please unmute yourself. Where is Ifia Nyakun? Ifia, are you ready? Ifia is one of our qualifiers for the Dubai trip 2021. Whilst we are waiting for Ifia, let me go answer some few questions. Okay, Pat is responding to the questions. So the producers are responding to the questions in the chat box. So just pay attention. If Ifia is not ready, I would want to move on to Lucy. Lucy Matthias just qualified for Maldives trip. Lucy, are you on the call? Please, if you're on the call, unmute yourself. Thank you very much, Lucy.
Yes, please.
Thank you, Lucy. Thank you.
So sorry,
Lucy.
I can't show my face now. Good evening to you all. Good evening. Good evening. I'm so much grateful and glad I joined PGW Credit Union. On Friday, I checked my PVs and I had some PVs left to qualify. So I decided to leave it because I didn't have the money to top up and do the rest of the PV. So I came for the workshop on Saturday, and God being so good, I went to Mr. Kennedy and spoke with him to help me do the rest of the PV. $1,600 PV, and I didn't have the money. And I went out of the PGW Credit Union, asked of the PVs to qualify for the Maldives trip. It's not PGW. Well, PGW was there to help me 4 hours. Saturday evening, I needed to top up. And you know, the Maldives trip was ending Sunday morning, and PGW was able to help me. So this is the good works of PGW. I entreat everyone to join. It is a good cause. Everybody should join. We should get all our team members, our partners on board. I'm bringing my stockist, and the man says he's bringing all his accounts on board. Please, let's do this and help each other for better life, better future. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lucy. I'm very grateful you shared this testimony. Ladies and gentlemen, like she said, it was in the evening, Saturday evening. No bank would have opened. No bank is open on Saturday evening. No bank will open on Saturday evening to give you such an emergency loan. But because the PGW Credit Union is for Longrichers and is being manned by Longrichers themselves, they understood the importance of those PVs to qualify. And it is not as if the amount that she needed was so big that if you give her, it cannot be paid. Even if it can be paid, the value of the trip is worth far more than the cost. And that is what we are talking about here, okay? Rocky Okai qualified for his Longrich car in February ending this year, the 2020-2021 car promo. Rocky made it. Rocky, are you on the call? Would you want to also share with us quickly? Then we move to how PGW is helping the stockists and our international partners. Rocky, you have the floor.
Hello, good evening to you all.
Good evening. So, Rocky.
Yeah, my name is Rocky from Aguna Swedru. Yes, I joined PGW last year in November, let's say October, November, that way. When the promo was about to end, my PV were not up to the required PV. So quickly, I have to consult the PGW credit union, and by the grace of God, PGW credit union was able to give me 100,000 Ghana cedis in order to do my PV so that I can qualify for the car. In fact, it was very amazing. So I'm just entreating everybody here that PGW credit union is good and is ready to help everyone here to do the business well. Apart from me, my two downlines, Daniel and Efe Nyako, also benefited from PGW credit union in order to qualify for Dubai. Right. So what I want to say is that PGW credit union is doing well, and we should all try and make sure that you will join the credit union. As Romeo said, you make sure you join, you make your contributions at least up to 6 months. You must be an active member and make sure your business is grooming. And in fact, I'm very, very happy to join this PGW credit union. Let's all come on board, join hands on board so that we can make PG Credit Union very proud, as well as also building our business well. Thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy.
Thank you very much, Romeo. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more testimonies to bring your way, but we're going to bring to you this education program once every month. At this moment, I want to show you another thing that you and your team can join forces and then make it, okay? Let me share something with you right now. I believe everybody can see my screen. I'm not sure. Okay, let me do this. Just a second. Please hold on whilst I try to, I want to make this bigger. I want to run a report from one of the software that the credit union uses, okay? Let me run this report for one customer. Customer balance. Okay, so let me run this report. So now look at something here. Let me pick the name, then I can make it bigger, then all of you can see, okay? Very good. Okay, so please, I know what you can see on the screen is very tiny, but don't worry, I'm going to make it bigger for it to be more user-friendly. So don't worry at all. Okay, can we all see? Is it bigger enough? Is it bigger enough? Please, can you see? Can you read what is on the screen?
Yes, please, it's bigger enough.
All right, so let's take this example, this scenario, for example. You can see my name, for example, at the top. Please, can anybody see my name at the top?
Clearly.
All right. So, for example, what I am doing as a member of the PGW Credit Union is this. I have my stockist code registered with a PGW Credit Union. And then within my stockist code, I have some of my team members who pick products from my stockist and they sell the products. Please, let's mute our mics, or I mute everybody.
Please, admin, mute everybody. That would be best. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for respecting the protocols. So, I have some of my team members who pick products from my stockist and they retail. They are good at retailing. But when they retail, we don't process the PVs immediately. So PGW Credit Union have an account, a sales account for all those who retail products under my stockist code. So anything they retail, I deposit. I let them to deposit the money at the PGW Credit Union and they are credited accordingly. What am I trying to do here? I am accumulating their sales so that when there are special promos, we will key it for them. Then they can qualify for the trips. They can qualify for the cars. Or possibly when one person is closer to qualifying for something, another thing I can do is that we can together as a team join forces and take a loan from the PGW Credit Union. So we have 9,000 Ghana cedis as a team with a credit union. We can base on this 9,000 and take a loan of, let's say, 50,000 Ghana cedis as a team, so that we use it to qualify for incentive rather than depend on only one person. So if you are doing this, it bonds you and your team together, because your team members will then know that, oh, when it becomes worse and we need to help somebody, we can collectively as a team help one person today by taking a facility with our team account. The next time we will come together and then help another person. Another time we will help another person. And at the same time, you can save your sales safely and earn interest on it when they are sharing interest at the end of the year. Think about this strategy. And this is for us. This is for us. It's very simple. And we are good to go. So this is where time will permit us. For our international partners, wherever you find yourself, if you want to join the credit union, it's very simple. You just have to go to our websites. Let me show the websites. The link has been shared. But if you go to mylongrichbusiness.com, then go to members. Members, I believe we can all see my screen. Let me make it a bit bolder. Then you go to members, you will find credit union there. Just click. When you click, it will take you to the home page of the credit union. You can read everything about our credit union. You can go and download our bylaws. You go to member services, it is there. You go to the bylaws. You can download our bylaws and then read. This is the bylaws, it's downloadable. You can download it, it's PDF, and read our bylaws. Then you go to member services, you can see every information about members. Right there. Everything is there. The shares, the products.
Credit unions offer the same consumer financial services that you can find at a bank. Checking
various
accounts,
products we have.
Accounts,
everything
CDs,
is there.
Auto loans,
very soon,
home loans,
the team will
cards,
upload the
cards,
forms.
So,
we have forms that we fill. If you want to register, there are forms. You can just click on Join Credit Union and you are good to go. Pat is also going to drop in the chat box our call center number. If you need any assistance and you call, they are going to walk you through. If you, for any reason, you can't fill anything on the page, you can just send them WhatsApp and they are going to attend to you. This is for all of us. It's not for PGW. It's been opened. The bond is opened to help everybody. Sarah, you have a question. Want to open the floor for questions?
Hello.
Yeah, Mrs. Sarah Sapo, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, congratulations. Maldives
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Okay, so my question is that, let's say I decide to be channeling some specific amount of money through my credit union account. Okay, let's say 500 every month. Is there a percentage interest I earn on it? And is it like I will see that interest monthly or at the end of the year?
All right, thank you very much, Sarah. Sarah, I want to emphasize that PGW Credit Union is not an investment company where we take people's money and promise them fixed interest every month. No. We receive, our main source of liquidity is our Longrich commissions that would have either stayed with Longrich because we don't have the bank account, or would have stayed with our traditional bank and not get any value on it. That is our main source. The savings product is just an add-on for you. So we only declare share of profit at the end of the year. So we don't promise you, oh, bring 10,000 and you get this percentage every month. No. Let me share with you briefly our financial statement as at August ending, for example. Just have a look. Just for you to see that as an accountant, we are very particular about cost. We don't spend so much on any overhead cost. Just have a look at something. Let me change the font size. Okay, so I'm running this report from 1st November 2020 to 31st August, let me say 19th September 21. So Sarah, this is what happens with a credit union. So from that period to now, the profit we have made is, say, 11,250 Ghana cedis. With this 11,250 Ghana cedis, if by the end of the year, we have made, let's say, 20,000, we will meet with all our members at AGM. Auditors will come and audit, and then they will report. Then at the end of the day, the members will decide, oh, let's give everybody 20% of their shares as dividend. That is the way we pay returns. There are times when maybe a member needs money to qualify for something and we don't have enough funds. That is where we will contact other members or other investors. Or there's an opportunity. A member needs money to qualify for something. If you can give the funds, maybe the interest we will charge the person, we will give you maybe 80% of it, and then the credit union keeps 20% of it. Such situations does happen. And members who have funds to do that, we give them the opportunity to provide the funding. So in such situation, we announce it. And then after we've done our evaluation, we know that it's profitable. We announce it. Those who have funds to put in, we let you know, and we do that. Sarah, is your question answered?
Yes, please. My question is answered.
All right. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Okay. I want to also emphasize that very soon we will be starting our agency banking, whereby stockists in various locations, you will have the right to register people from your location. When people join the credit union, there's a registration fee they pay, and there's annual dues because we are an association. There's annual dues we take. Now, what will happen is that stockists in various locations who take agency licenses, as part of your stockist business, you can decide to add a credit union education. In fact, you can use that to even recruit people. And the fees that they pay, you have a commission on it. That money can support your overhead costs in your office. And just by the fact that you are an agent of the credit union, you can also use it to promote your Longrich business. That opportunity will come very soon. And it will be for only credible members of the credit union. We need to make sure the policies are right before that is done. All right, R. Gedix, you have a question, please. You have the floor.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Ken, I would like to know from you, could one be a member and not necessarily saving through commission from our business, but to say, oh, every week or every month or every now and then, I do my own deposits, maybe I Momo and deposit till the right time when I need a facility to qualify for an incentive. My accumulated savings with PGW, could it be used as a means to help me, or I must by all means change all my Longrich account to PGW before I could do such a thing?
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Now, the idea is to encourage members of Longrich to be active in their business and to support them to qualify for incentives, rather than our incentives locking up with Longrich because we couldn't balance our legs or we couldn't do one thing or the other. So yes, you can save and get those support so far as it is to go and build your Longrich business. However, we encourage you to have at least one of your Longrich accounts receiving commissions to the credit union. That is the only way we will know whether you are actively doing the business or not. You don't need to channel all your Longrich accounts to PGW Credit Union. We must see that you are actively doing the business. Please, are you getting the point?
Yes, yep.
The underlying factor here is not to open our doors to people who are not Longrichers to come and mess us up. We won't allow it. It is mainly to support Longrichers, and it's for Longrichers. So if you are saving every week, every month, but no Longrich commission is coming, my brother, trust me, when you need a facility, you may find it difficult because I don't approve the loans. Some members are going to be loan committee members, and they will evaluate your loan according to the policy. At the end of the day, they are accountable to the members.
Okay. I get you.
All right.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Infinix Hot 4, do you want to ask any question? Your hand has been up for long. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I guess there is no other question. We'll bring, okay, Bene, you can ask your question.
Thanks for the opportunity. There was, apart from regular and prestige, there was, I think, another one that has to do with, is it stockists or agents? I want to know more about it.
All right, Bene, currently how the credit union operates is that because we don't want to incur very high costs, we run online. So for example, you want to join the credit union, you go online, fill a form. You want to pay for your fees, pay through EcoBank or mobile money. Then there's a deposit slip online, you fill it, or you send a mail with your proof of payment. They credit you on QuickBooks accounting software. You get an email alert that your account has been credited. You can request for statements by filling a form online and they'll send to you. You want to withdraw money, you fill a form online, they will push it to your Momo or your rural bank or your bank account by bank transfer or mobile money. What we are saying is that as we grow bigger, the education have to go down. So at that point, stockists or investors will be given the opportunity to get agency licenses. So if you are a stockist, you're already in touch with Longrich members. And if you are a member of the credit union already, and we know you are active, you can be given a license to operate as an agent of Longrich PGW Credit Union at your local area. At that point, you are going to get commissions from the credit union. And that will mean that you will use those commissions to support your overhead cost of running your Longrich business, because you won't need to incur any stationary costs, lights, all those things are already in place. And nobody will fill form at your end. They just need to use online. You will just be educating people as part of your normal Longrich presentations. Then you get commissions from the credit union. Remember, you're a member of the credit union, and any income we make is for our members. So if you can help to educate people in your local area, why not? We will give you that opportunity, and you make some commissions and use it to support. I also mentioned that as a stockist, you have a lot of stock. So you can let your team members retail some. And when they are making account, rendering account, we can create sales account under your stockist account in credit union, so that their money will be deposited in for you and they can get statements. When there are special promos, you use that opportunity to restock so that your team members will get more trips, travels, and all that. That is what we mean. Bernard, did you get it? Hello, Bene. Okay, all right. Please, is there any other question? I believe we've exhausted all our topics for today. Okay. Pat will share the PGW Credit Union page, WhatsApp page, the link. She will share it in the chat box. You can join the page to get more daily education or ask questions on the credit union page. If you have any question later, you can always get in touch with the office and we will take care of it for you. On these notes, if nobody have any question, the credit union WhatsApp page is being dropped in the chat box. You can click to join the credit union page so you ask questions later. If anybody have any other question, you can contact us and we will take care of you. I have some white man here who want to take my car key. So please, on this note, you can unmute yourself and then just say bye-bye. The recording is also on Facebook. You can share with people later. Thank you very much for honoring us. Congratulations to all the Maldives qualifiers.
Bye-bye.
Thank
you.
Contact us. We'll help you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Nipa Hiambwa.
Nipa Hiambwa.